Do you ponder what grace means in your life? I don't think most of us spend a lot of time thinking about grace, but I was reading an awesome book and I came across that grace brings freedom. Have you thought about that? It is actually an incredible tool for us in our own walk, and it is a practice as well. But grace brings freedom. And you're probably like, what? But think about this. Have you asked yourself, who wins when you stay in anger and you struggle with forgiveness over a situation that you're pissed about? Who wins? Who's benefiting from you being in that state of emotions, and whose body feels good? Do you think your body feels better when you're in that state? No, I don't think so. So I was reading this example and they were talking about like who has the power over you if you continually choose to work from a state of grace, show up in relationship from a state of grace. That looks like this. It means loving the unlovable and forgiving the unforgivable. That was what I read. I did not come up with those awesome words, but that was what they defined as grace. And that means that even I, when I'm screwing up or not showing up as my best, I'm still worthy of being loved and accepted, even when I'm not being my best self. And that means so is everybody else. Like, there's not a point where we're not worthy of that because of our actions or our feelings. If you really go within, each of us are worthy of being given grace. And I just think about what would our world look like if we all chose to say, you know what? I'm glad that even when I feel unlovable, I am loved and lovable. And I also can forgive something that feels really unforgivable, only so that even if it feels selfish, you're doing it just for the fact that that way you can release the hold and the power this situation or person has over you. That's when you get to take your power back. When you get to choose to release the power they've held over you and your emotions and your health, your mind, your thoughts, your energy. Come on, taking that back by forgiving somebody. That doesn't mean that you are okay with what happened or what they said or what they did. It's releasing the hold that it has over you and your life and your feelings and your thought life. When you can really come from that state of grace and say, what if I forgive them right now? Because even though it feels really unforgivable, I know that if I were to make a really grave mistake and cause pain to someone, I would hope that they could forgive me and give me grace too, because we all are humaning, messing up, making mistakes and learning. That's why we're here. So can we come from a state of grace and keep our own power and energy within us by operating from that place, which therefore makes us feel like we have freedom to choose, because we get to choose how much we're giving our power away. If they don't have that hold over us anymore because we're like, you know what, I forgive you, or I see that you're lovable as well, even in your state of wherever you're at, and that means I am too. There's just this massive freedom that comes in, a peace that kind of washes over me and also helps me when I interact with other people to stay in that space of just like, we never know what somebody else is going through. That checker at the store, we don't know what's going on at home. We don't know if their kid is sick or they just found out they have cancer. We don't know. And so if we can come from that state of grace, that allows them to also receive and experience grace too. And what a beautiful gift we can give each other. So just contemplate, is there a way you can embody and work from a state of grace a little bit more in your life by setting that intention and like just calling in that thought process of, if I can see others through that lens of the unlovable is lovable or the unforgivable is forgivable and that grace, like what would our world look like? So I just want to invite you to contemplate that today and just see what it could do and shift in your life. So I hope this is a nice little nugget that settles nicely into your soul. Mwah.